back to a brand new video. So in today's video, I'm bringing you guys yet another episode or an installment within the top 5 series. Now this one kind of continues off of one that I've done in the past, like some months ago. And with that being said, I'm bringing you guys my top 5 fighting games part dos. I want to say sometime back in 2024, I can't remember the exact date, but I released a fighting games top 5 video where I talked about some of my favorite fighting games. However, that should have honestly had some tweaking because I have been playing some newer fighting games, and I figured I might as well just do a part 2 because one, fighting games are my bread and butter. I grew up playing fighting games the most, and those are the kind of games that I tend to gravitate towards the most. And two, again, I just love fighting games, and I will not stop talking about fighting games no matter who asks me. So coming in at number 5 is a franchise that only has 2 games within it, and I thought both of them were pretty good, but this one in particular is my favorite out of the 2, and that is Injustice 2. Injustice 2 was released on May 9th, 2017, and it was developed through NetherRealm Studios and published through Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment. The game has sold almost 600,000 units worldwide. In a weird way, I honestly liked Injustice 2 more than I did the first one. The first one was good, don't get me wrong. I have the Ultimate Edition over there on the shelf, but something about this one, I don't know what it was about it. It just was good, and I think it had something to do with them having more playable characters. Not only do you get Blue Beetle, Supergirl, Darkseid, Harley Quinn, but you also get Power Girl, which is just Supergirl but with an alternate skin. You also get TMNT characters, which honestly is pretty interesting. But one of the main things I liked about the first one versus the second one was that I liked the story mode, even though it is a continuation of the first one. I got literally all the DLC for this game, but the only thing I noticed too is that not all DLC characters are their own characters that are already in the game, just with different skins to make them look like that said character. Because I believe the Ninja Turtles have the same combos and play styles as I think another character that's on there. I don't really care. I just personally like Injustice 2 just based off of its wide range of characters, and I found myself playing that game a lot more, and a lot of my friends and I have played this game, although not too many people want to play Injustice 2 in my friend group nowadays, which is okay because then that just means it's more time for me to play Injustice 2. I honestly think the last time I played the game might have been sometime in fall or summer 2024. So coming in at number 4, really popular fighting game franchise. It's been around since the 90s and it's still going on. Mortal Kombat 9. Mortal Kombat 9 was released on April 19th, 2011, and it was developed through NetherRealm Studios and published through Warner Brothers Interactive Entertainment. The game has sold over 3+ million units worldwide, as well as spawning a complete edition with new content as well as newer DLC characters. Personally, the complete edition is my favorite out of Mortal Kombat 9. The complete edition, you get extra characters. You get Kimchi, Rain, Scarlet, and Freddy Krueger. So those are the characters up there. With the PS3 edition, you get Kratos as an additional playable character to download. And Kratos is a PlayStation only exclusive character. And going back to the whole Kratos thing, Kratos was a really cool addition to this as a PlayStation exclusive. Other than Mortal Kombat 9 having some of like the coolest characters as far as like DLC and some of the best action and story, I personally think, in my opinion, Mortal Kombat 9 is my favorite Mortal Kombat game. And that's honestly just because, again, I'm pretty biased. I played it so much growing up as a kid, and even into my adulthood, I played it a lot, and I still play it to this day. So coming in at number 3 was a franchise that I actually just talked about, and it was even featured in part 1 of my fighting games top 5 video, and that is Soul Calibur, but with Soul Calibur 2, not the GameCube or the PS2, but the Xbox edition of Soul Calibur 2. Soul Calibur 2 was released on July 10th, 2002, and it was developed through Project Soul, and it was published in North America by Namco Home Tech, and the game has sold over 2.7 million units worldwide. I'm gonna tell you right now, the only reason why Soul Calibur 2 on the Xbox was my favorite Soul Calibur game, or at least my favorite of Soul Calibur 2, solely because of Spawn. When I was in 5th grade, when I got my Xbox original, I got Soul Calibur 2, and I just fell in love with Spawn's combo sets, moves. I don't know why. I was playing that relatively on repeat a lot, and again, it just kind of ties into me and my love for fighting games. But not only that, I have had experience in playing PS2 one and the GameCube. And you guys know on the channel, I own the GameCube one, which comes with Link, but on the PS2, you get Hayachi. I'm not going to try and pronounce his name because I cannot pronounce his name, but it's old dude from Tekken. Why Spawn? I couldn't tell you. All I know is that I loved playing Spawn, and overall, some of the characters from Soul Calibur 2 were really cool. There are characters that you don't really see as often in some of the Soul Calibur games as time went on, but overall, Soul Calibur 2 stayed in my rotation where I used to play it before school, after school. I would pull all-nighters playing it. I just had so much fun with Soul Calibur 2, and that's why I had to put it in the top 3 spot. But again, just because of Spawn alone, I had to put the Xbox edition as my favorite of Soul Calibur 2. So coming in at the number 2 spot is a franchise that a lot of people talk about. It may have a very toxic fan base, but that hasn't stopped my love for the franchise, and that is Super Smash Bros. But this one in particular, it is Melee. Super Smash Bros. Melee was released in North America on December 3rd, 2001, and it was developed through HAL Laboratory and published through Nintendo. As of 2024, it has sold over 7.4 million units worldwide, and it's the best-selling Nintendo GameCube game. I cannot stress how much I love Super Smash Bros. Melee. If it weren't for a fighting game that just came out recently, this would have been in my number 1 slot. Trials and tribulations with this game. I'm talking about playing adventure mode and all types of stuff, leaving the GameCube on just so I can get Mewtwo unlocks. I actually still don't have all the characters unlocked for this game, but I've been doing classic mode, adventure mode. I've been doing literally everything, trying to unlock as many characters as I could, and I do have quite a bit of characters unlocked. I want to say I'm only missing 2 characters maybe to unlock, but overall, Melee is honestly considered, if not the best, one of the best Smash games. Now, obviously, you got Ultimate, and I'm gonna be honest, Ultimate really is better than Melee, but just because I played Melee so much as a kid, I have certain fond memories of Melee that Ultimate really cannot replace. I have to put Melee as my favorite within the Smash Bros. Franchise, although Ultimate is amazing. I remember when I first got my copy of Melee, Dude, I don't know. I'm drawing a blank. Not drawing a blank. There's so many memories attached to this game that it's really hard to just start with going down the rabbit hole of all the memories. Like, I remember when I didn't have a memory card for my GameCube, and I used to leave my GameCube on all the time just so I wouldn't erase any progress from Melee. And I remember I was doing this back in 6th grade because that's when I bought my copy of Melee. And I remember when I bought it, it wasn't in like the original case with the manual. When I got that memory card, man, it was on and popping. I was able to play other games at that point. I was able to really start trying to unlock characters. When I've had birthday parties, when I've had my cousins come over, friends come over, when I go over to friends' houses, pretty much everybody and their mom had Melee. And all the homies that I knew that had a GameCube had Melee. If that doesn't tell you the love for Melee, I don't know what does. So coming in at number 1 is a game that literally just came out, and it has taken over my life just about as much as I would assumed it was going to. And that game I'm talking about is Dragon Ball Sparking Zero. Dragon Ball Sparking Zero was released on October 11th, 2004. It was developed through Spike Chunsoft, and it was published through Bandai Namco Entertainment. The game has sold over 3 million plus copies worldwide, with 3 million copies of the game being sold within its first 24 hours of the game's initial release. Yeah, you heard that right. Sparking Zero sold 3 million copies within the first 24 hours of the game's release. Not only that, but Sparking Zero is arguably, if not the best Dragon Ball fighting game, one of the best Dragon Ball fighting games. Now, I'm always going to be biased and say Budokai Tenkaichi 3 is my favorite and will forever be my favorite Dragon Ball fighting game. But Sparking Zero, if it's not tied with number 1, it's literally at number 2. I am so glued to Sparking Zero. If you guys follow me on Twitter, you guys would have seen all my rants with trying to get my hands on the Ultimate Edition for Sparking Zero. I paid $109 just so I can get this digitally on the PlayStation because I had issues with trying to get my physical copy of the game because I had it pre-ordered on Amazon when they first announced it, and because so many people had it pre-ordered, Amazon couldn't promise everybody copies despite pre-orders. Holy Sparking Zero is so much fun. I cannot wait for them to release a bunch more DLC content and everything. I mean, with patches too, it's gotten even better. So overall, Sparking Zero, it takes the #1 spot. You can't tell me otherwise that Sparking Zero is not if it is the best. Oh my god. As many times as I want to find myself wanting to start up another PS5 game that I have, like Stellar Blade for an example. I started up that game, but then I got the itch for wanting to play Sparking Zero, and I just started up playing Sparking Zero again. But with that being said, that concludes part 2 of fighting games top 5. I don't know what the hell I was trying to say. That concludes the end of the video. If you enjoyed the video, leave a like, dislike if you didn't, subscribe to the channel if you're brand new. Links to all my social media accounts in the link in the description below, as well as the link to my second channel. And if you have a favorite fighting game, or if you have any fond memories with any of these fighting games that I talked about in the video, let me know down in the comment section below and let's talk about it. Don't forget to hit the bell so you get notified whenever your boy uploads new content on this channel. Alrighty guys, I will catch you in the next Rated Ed video. It's your boy Rated Ed, and I am out of here.